What's going on, guys? Blazing here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and thank you for joining me on another Raid Shadow Legends video. I'm kind of running late on this video, guys. I was trying to work all the mathematical stuff out, and then playing through a monkey wrench this morning when I was trying to record it. And yeah, so I might be a little bit late on this, but hopefully it still catches you in time to help you. We're going to want to go over CVC and how we can get the most points for our buck, right? Or our bang, whatever. But we have a PR CVC. Now, some of you guys may not win this, but may still be required to do the 400,000 points. So I want to try to, show you guys how to do it in the most efficient way that's going to still help progress your account and still, not cost you an arm and a leg. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about these right here, right? We've got Minotaur, Dragon, Ice Golem, and Fire Knight. So we get, actually, this is the first time I think they've done this, where they've increased the points to 30,000, and they've done 4 events instead of 2. Usually it's only 2, right? And they're at 20,000. So we're gaining a couple of 100,000 points extra here, right? Usually we go from 40,000 is what we can get at most, right? Double dipping. Now we're getting an extra 120,000 points. So to try to fully maximize out on all these points, if we're going, let's say, with Minotaur, right, we're going to require 375 runs at stage 15 of Minotaur. It's going to cost us about 5,200 energy, 5,250 to be exact, right? So you could work on basically 2 legendary champions or 2 champions that you need to get their masteries worked out on, right? Really important to make sure that you have that solo farmer. I do have a video on the channel if you want to find out how to build yours. Next, we're going to talk about Dragon. Dragon is going to require us, because we get lower points for Dragon than anything else, it's actually going to require us to do 300 runs to complete this, because we get 200 points per run. At 16 energy for stage 20, right? And we're talking about mid-level accounts here. Obviously, if you're doing higher end content, it's going to be way less resources that you need to use, right? But for somebody that's, mid-tier account, mid-game, we'll call it, this is going to work out well for you. So this is going to cost you a total of 4,800 energy if you're doing stage 20. Now, Ice Golem and Fire Knight kind of get wrapped up in the same, because the point allocation is the same. You're going to get 400 points per run at stage 20, right? So you're looking at 2,400 energy here and 2,400 energy here. The grand total energy, what you're going to need to do or use to complete all of this, is 17,250. Not too bad, right? Not too bad. Obviously, you can use some gems. If you've been hoarding some energy, you can use that. You're going to get a lot of daily energy out of, every reset. So it can be done. Usually I try to go into CVC with about 5,000 energy saving up from the week before, right? I try not to do every single event in game. I only pick the ones that I need that are going to help progress my account. Now, going on from that, we're going to get a total of 240,000 points just doing these, right? Now let's talk about champion development. Champion development, we're going to be using some books here, right? Now let's say that our Clam Boss hasn't been lucky and has only given us 5 books throughout the month that we've obtained between champion training and Clam Boss. That we'll use those 5 books. That's going to give us 15,000 points, right? And then we're going to use, we're going to book up 1 epic, which is going to give us an average of 10 books. And so we're going to get another 10,000 points from there. So far we're working at 265,000 points for just doing some things already in game, right? We're not having to devote a lot of time. We can run RSL Helper in the background to do most of this stuff. Next, we're going to go to Faction Wars, right? Faction Wars is actually one of those big points that you can use. Now we're going to farm stage 16, right? It's usually pretty simple to try to get up to that stage. That's really where the curve starts to, become a little more difficult. So at stage 16, right, we're getting 500 points. We can run 4 stages of 16 and then 1 stage at 9 to make sure that or even 6 to make sure that we get our efficiency, right? So between running all of our faction war keys every day, we can get 4,200 points, right? Now the 4,200 points over 3 days for 3 resets is going to yield you 12,600 points. So far, not bad. We're sitting at 277,600 points, right? Pretty solid. Now, the next biggest thing that you're going to be able to get a lot of points from is going to be the Bazaar, right? The 3v3, regular arena, and live arena. Now, Classic Arena, I averaged out about 25 battles being in Gold 1, which isn't too bad, right? Each arena reset is going to give you 600 points. So I averaged out a total of, 1,500 points a day coming from this, right? 25 battles usually is what you can count on between your reset, between what you get for daily login, and allowing for purchasing something in the shop, right? Not too bad. Now, if you're going to be doing some 3v3, now I took into account that not everybody is in gold 3, right? We're going to talk about silver 2. Now, if we are in silver 2, you get 87 bars per win, right? Don't be that guy, set a one-man defense, don't make it a more two guys, and, you know, kind of let everybody farm out each other, help each other get to those points, right? That's what it's all about. It's helping each other get to those points. Now, at 87 points, at 5 bars per point, right? We're going to get 435 bars for each fight we win, right? Which gives us a total of 13,000 points for every arena reset fill that we get, right? Per day. So we're going to use the 2 that we get for reset, and then we're going to buy one. So between those 3, we're going to get 13,000 points. Not too bad, right? Now, live arena, I know it's everybody's favorite, you know, area of the game. Let's say you're in silver 2 again, and you only win 5 out of your 10. Pretty fair, right? 50-50 shot. I think that can happen. You're going to get about 875 points from that per day. So if we take everything into account for all 3 resets again as well, we're talking 43,000 points. 575 is what you can get for trying to maximize everything in your live arena, gold arena for classic, and for silver 2 in 3v3. So at this point, we're at a total whopping of 321,175 points. Not too bad, right? All right, now let's talk about Clam Boss. Well, you know, most accounts are early game are going to be getting a 1 key Ultra Nightmare, basically 4 keying it, right? So let's say that's what's going on. You're 1 keying, you're 4 keying, sorry. You're going to get 2,000 points if your clan downs it. Usually, if people are doing it at that point, you know, you should have some way of trying to get that down, right? So we're going to take 2,000 points in for that, which brings us up to a total of 323,175. So not too bad so far, right? And that's going to be over the 3 days. Now, let's talk about crafting artifacts. So I did do some dry runs of crafting some artifacts, right? And, whoops, here we go, right one, right? And I came up with an average point of about 500. Now, if we're crafting 10 sets of artifacts, so 100 pieces, right? We're gonna get 5,000 points, right? Which is not too bad. Sometimes could be more, sometimes could be less, but about 5,000 points should be your average. So we are currently up to 328,175, right? That's not bad. Now let's talk about Champion Development Hall, or your Great Hall, right? If we come down here, upgrading any affinity bonus hall. Now let's say that we're working with stage 6, right? We're going to get 1,500 points. We've been doing a lot of arena, so we should have enough to basically level up 2, right? So that's going to give us an extra 3,000 points. So now we're already at 331,175. Not bad, not bad, right? Pretty simple. We're not using a lot of resources yet. You know, everything we're putting in so far is going to develop our accounts pretty solid. Now, let's go to champion objectives. Basically, there we go, sorry. Basically, we're going to start, you know, you ended up getting 2 champions that you want to work during the CVC, right? We got 1 legendary, one epic, so we're going to be using that for our points. Now, just ranking them up from 5-star to 6-star, right? And we're not going to do the whole food thing and everything else. We're not taking that into account because you should have done that during a champion training event for a fusion. So we're just going ranking up from 5-star to 6-star, right? That's going to yield you 1,000 points per. So you're getting 2,000 points right off the bat there, right? Now we're currently sitting at 332,175. all of a sudden that 400,000 points doesn't seem too bad, right? Doesn't seem too bad. Now, ascending a champion. Ascending a champion, actually, let's go back a step. Let's talk about leveling the champion, right? Leveling the champion from 1 to 60, which you should be able to do in your minnow run. So you're kind of double dipping your points there. For a 6-star is going to yield you 40 points per level. At 59 levels, that's going to give you a total of 2,360 points per champion. Multiply that by 2. We're going to set it at a total of 346,000. No, sorry, 336,000. I misspoke, guys. 895, right? So we're roughly about 340,000. So not too bad at this point. Now, the biggest points you're going to get is when you're leveling up gear, right? So coming down here, if you're going to level up a piece of gear, now we're going to talk about 5-star and 6-stars. You're going to gain, if going from 15 to 16, you're going to gain 1,000 points here and 1,500 here. So let's say you're doing 10 pieces of each, right? That's 2,500 points, right? Or 2,500 points per set of 5 and 6-star. A total of 25,000 points is what you're going to get, which currently now, with everything that we've done, brings us to a total of 361,895. That's actually not too bad. Now, we've also been doing a lot of, from the, not the Shogun, well, we've been doing a lot of Shogun events, and we've been doing a lot of Sand Devil events, right? So let's say you're only farming stage 7, and you are currently just having the first set of oils. Well, we've got about 20 pieces that we just leveled, right? So let's ascend those pieces and see what we're going to get for rolls. Now, each one of those is going to give us 50 points, right? Let's say we ascend them twice, right? That's going to give us a total cost of total points gained of 2,000, right? Because we're doing 20 pieces, we're going to gain 50 points per ascension, right? So we gain 2,000 points off of that. So now we're currently sitting at 363,535, right? Not too bad. And then the last thing is going to be ascending your champion. Now, ascending your champion is going to actually go from 1 to 6, and it's going to actually yield you 3,500 points for every time you ascend them. Where are we going to go here? Right? You're going to gain a total of 3,500 points if you ascend a champion, which isn't too bad. So you're going to be now at a total of 368,035 points. At this point, we only need 31, almost 32,000 points. So what do you do to get those points? Well, if you've saved yourself a fragment fusion, you can do that. If not, I suggest the best way to do it is actually going back into 3v3 and kind of farming out a few more of the teams, right? The gold bars are definitely the best return on investment if you're going to buy something, especially if you're in the silver or gold elo. So it hasn't been too crazy, right? We've used a total of 17,000 energy, so far 45 gems, right? We've used about 50 million silver. Pots, depends on what you're going to be leveling, but that shouldn't be too bad. You're probably looking at about a couple of dozen of the smaller ones. Medium ones, you're probably looking at about 20, 15, 20. And then the larger ones, you're probably looking at about 12 to 15 per, depending again on what you're leveling, right? So if you're leveling a rare, obviously the points are going to be a little bit less. So hopefully this video helped, guys. This is exactly what I'm going to do. Obviously for me, being in Gold 4 Tag Team Arena kind of changes things a little bit, but I'm still going to follow this, right? It's going to be the simplest and easiest way for me to get my 400,000 points. So if this video helped you, give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below to be entered in for the Chrono giveaway. And as always, guys, much love, much appreciation. Be safe, be well, be good to each other. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.